Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up. Second drive of the game first for this offense, and they have it in a tough spot, backed up toward their own goal line. From the end zone, Smith. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Smith. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? From the gun on third, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chain. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? From the gun on third down, Watson, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it.
Time to take you back into the ball game. It's a red zone alert as this defense faces a 1st and 10 in the final minute of the opening quarter. A first down carry now for Miller. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. On the first quarter of action, the Texans have the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll let the power game take over with Prosh. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jay Prosh, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you... So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Smith now to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Throwing on third down, Watson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Just inside of a minute here remaining in the first half, so the clock is becoming a factor. The offense has the football on their own side of the field. So out now come the Redskins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Smith now on second down. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. Flush to his right. There he goes inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to...
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? To throw is Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter.
I said,
Throwing on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's first and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? Again, Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his fourth touchdown on the year. And now the Redskins, if they hit the PAT, they will have the lead. The margin for error for this defense is slim because a field goal would change the complexion of this game. Can they get the stop they need? On first and 10, Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watson on first down. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now, and a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To the air yet again. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth. The drive of the game forthcoming. This offense, a field goal does them no good. They need to get in the end zone. The good news, they have all three timeouts left. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
He's back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Jordan Reed has it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Smith now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Smith eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One last throw here for Smith. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
This offense backed way up here in overtime. They'll need a big drive. But now worth remembering as well, from a defensive point of view, a safety would end this game too. First throw here in overtime for Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DJ Reader getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking long. This is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
2nd and 10, Smith again. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Smith on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. From the red zone now, Smith. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.